One of the coolest parts of firearms history, in my opinion, is looking at the development of semi-automatic technology, but specifically semi-automatic handgun technology. And the reason I think it's so neat is because they look like the craziest space-age guns you could possibly imagine today, and they were invented in the 1890s.
At the turn of the 20th century, the game in the firearm industry was repeaters. Getting more shots faster.
Cartridge cases and their evolution have gotten to the point where we can make a mechanism that is self-loading.
And one of those is Borchardt C93.
The Borchardt is a beautiful gun, number one. It's just gorgeous in the way it looks, but an odd balancing gun. Odd with the weight towards the rear, the vertical grip.
If anything qualifies to be a production, example of a Rube Goldberg contraption, the Borchardt is that gun. And it set the bar for everything that followed in the way of semi-automatic handguns. Again, this was something that John Browning didn't come to the table with first. This was a German, that came up with this idea.
Borchardt is pretty ahead of his time, even though the gun's not very well known. But he kind of lays the foundation for this kind of long lineage of German handguns that are very identifiable.
The Borchardt was okay, but it really became something when George Luger got a hold of it and improved the gun.
Much more compact, much simpler design, has a removable box magazine as opposed to being fed with a stripper clip. But it's still kind of funky when you look at it. It's got this weird knuckle joint system, not a modern slide like we're used to.
You get almost a toggle lock with the, Borchardt, but then George Luger improves upon that, and that's where you really start associating the toggle lock with this idea of, a semi-automatic handgun.
The barrel and the bolt mechanism and the whole upper receiver, they would move to the rear under recoil, and the round ears on the toggle of the Luger would hit an inclined surface on the frame, and that would cause the ears of the Luger to break upward like so, eject the cartridge, then the whole assembly would start moving forward again. The toggle would pick up another cartridge from the magazine and lock like so.
It was produced very successfully, very accurate pistol, still admired for many of its factors, its pointability, its accuracy, and it was very, very, very expensive and difficult to make.
To watch this entire episode on Outdoor Channel, contact your TV provider today.